since our group of heroes entered the fallen city of Oak Ridge after Declan found a way to get past the shield, though it only worked once, been on quite a bit of an adventure. You found some survivors who were able to give you supplies and some directions for where to go. You were informed that there were issues with the power, so you went to the power plant and dealt with the monster that was causing problems there. Got a little taste of what exactly you're up against. Decorous, you fled in fear because you saw the thing that destroyed your home.
Well, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, you're having a time. Region, you got pulled into the nothingness and made a bit of a friend. Made an acquaintance.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, friend's a good word for it. Someone who's gonna...
Your friends don't have to be a good influence on you, okay? God.
True. I have never claimed to be a good influence. And then you got a bit of a helping hand to get closer to where the lab is. There was some drama went on where Dickerus went up to Medina and basically said, you either need to get it together or leave.
I think that's making it seem a little hostile. It was more like, you obviously don't want to be
Sweetie,
here.
it
so,
was
like,
a little
here's an
hostile.
out.
I just want you to know, from what I remember, it was a little hostile.
It wasn't hostile. It was just like, look, stop complaining. Like, if you don't want to be here, here's the thing, and you can go.
Well, there was also if you keep this up, you're going to get us all killed, and I can't afford that, so you either get it together or you can leave.
Okay, you know what? It's been a bit.
It has been. There's some tension. I believe when we left off, Region, you're very upset with Medina for not telling you about what happened to your dad, because he is currently with a bunch of other people frozen in time in this church.
Yeah, and I got like 6 pews thrown at the back of my head.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna put my foot in my mouth, I think for the second time this campaign, where I pointed out a thing I didn't need to, but you are also mad at me at the moment. At least a little bit.
I'm mad at everyone at the moment. I don't think there's a single person I would like to have a conversation with right now.
We did end with you holding Declan's hand, though, trying to piss off.
Yeah, but that was out of spite. That wasn't
True.
That wasn't because I'm okay with Declan right now. That was out of spite. Thank you.
That's
True.
right, you did try to hurt Dina there, I forgot.
Yeah. You didn't quite read why Medina was... Yeah, no, it's been absolute chaos, and Medina's still pissed with Annabelle because she hasn't told Region yet why. Because we don't need that kind of blow up. But you ended up near a graveyard when Angel's sister showed up.
That's right.
And called her out. And yeah, where we left off, we were getting ready for a bit of what looks like it was going to be a showdown in a graveyard in this fractured and splintering reality of this town. When Dakaris and Region, you feel this strange sensation, kind of like a sense of vertigo and things moving, and the world around you gets fuzzy and unclear, and you were warned that sometimes where you are will shift. Reality is broken, so sometimes where you're standing is not where it used to be. And as Angel and Medina are getting ready to take on Angel's sister, you suddenly find yourself somewhere else. As reality solidifies around you, you aren't entirely sure where you are.
Is it just me, or does everything seem different all of a sudden?
How different does it? Like, are we in a totally different place? Like, was in graveyard no longer in graveyard different? Or does the vibes just feel off?
You are no longer in the graveyard. And it's just the two of you.
Full. Okay. So we're no longer in the graveyard. Is it just like kind of open space then? Or.
You are on a stretch of road, and you see, looks like there is like a fire station behind you, and it's been abandoned.
Okay. Can I roll to, I guess, assess the situation?
Yeah, I would also like to do that.
Go for it.
That is a 6 + 2 for an 8.
Excellent. You get to ask one.
I also got 6 + 2 for an 8. Let's go, buddy.
Look at us. Yes, buddy. That was like high fives.
I got you.
All right. I guess what here can I use to get back?
The only thing you could potentially mostly rely on to be able to get back where you were is to walk back along the street until you find the street.
The walk?
Yeah. Reality shifting, the ground is shifting. You would have to find some way around all of the shifts and the changes to get back.
Can I break your thing by saying I fly over and carry Jen with me because I can fly?
Let's see what regions. Region, what's your question you want to ask?
I guess, like, peripheral off of what here is the greatest danger. Can I just ask, are we in danger?
As you're looking around trying to take stock of where you are, you can see, looking up at the sky, you are closer to the epicenter of this fracture in reality than you have been so far. This is the closest you've been. And I'll say, as the two of you are looking around trying to figure out what to do, is when another hero teleports in. Ava, would you like to describe your character as you appear on this stretch of road as you're trying to get to the power plant?
Sure.
Not the power plant, the lab.
Angel is a fairly average height, 5'4", 5'5". If this is different from what I said last season, no, it's not. Fair-skinned, wild, massive, curly, red hair, almost stereotypically looking Irish woman. In her late 20s, if I remember right. Jeans, leather jacket. Doesn't look like your typical superhero at all.
And what does it look like when you teleport onto the street?
Oh, well, see, I hadn't thought about that. I didn't go back and listen to what that portal looked like, because I imagine it would look fairly similar.
You describe what it looks like. This is your power you've picked up since you showed up here.
It's nothing big or flashy. It almost looks like, at first, like a heat mirage, and then it's almost like the space tears open and she steps through. And it's just like a void behind her, and then the tear closes again. Usually.
You peer onto the street, and
there's a bunch of rugrats standing here.
Yeah. Would the two of you like to describe your character so Ava can know what she's looking at?
One of the two is a small, like maybe like 5'4", 5'5", just scrawny little lad. I believe he's in his normal spot form.
He's in his little windbreaker. Yeah.
Well, no, he's in like I think he's not in his like human like appearance, so he's full on. Oh god, whatever the fuck Quambulon or whatever we call it, Quambulonian look.
Yep. Thanks, Lex.
Bright sort of highlighter pink hair that's sort of just kind of messy and all over the place. a like silvery, almost chrome-like skin that you can see light kind of like pulsating underneath. His eyes look silver with little pink like circles for irises. And he's wearing like very 90s, like a big like highlighter colored like a windbreaker, and then like little like spandex like shorts that come like halfway down the thigh. And he's just hanging and looks very confused by the word Rugrat specifically.
The other one is the exact opposite. Super tall, super muscular. It's like if someone took just like the teeniest little teenage girl, like unassuming, mousy brown hair, braces, acne, freckles, and then pumped them full of air uncomfortably to where these muscles are like not. It's leg day when leg day should not have occurred. I think she's like 6 something. I don't remember exactly how tall I made her. It was.
You said that she was like
something.
6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
something
So
like
she's
that.
like a foot taller than this teeny tiny little precious twink boy.
You're not wrong.
And
Yeah.
I think the minute she clocks that you have shown up, she was still holding his hand, again out of spite, and just like quickly pulls it away because she doesn't quite know who you are and is kind of preparing to punch you in the face because we don't know if you're friend or foe yet.
What's a Rugrat?
You are.
No, I'm a Quambulonian, and also apparently a Sagittarius.
How did you get in here?
It's going to be very funny, and you're not going to believe me, but the panini press.
I'm gonna need a bit more explanation than that.
Well, it's sort of a retro-fitted panini press that made a space big enough for me and my friends to come through.
There's basically a energy shield covering the entire city. There are ways to kind of get in and out. Most people don't come in here willingly. But there are also a lot of people who are stuck here.
He realizes he said a lot, and he looks at Jen. He goes, "Oh, I'm supposed to not tell everyone everything immediately, aren't I?"
Jen just
Okay.
like nods a little bit.
Understood. Hello, stranger.
You've already done it. You don't need to like,
Alright,
try and
so
undo it.
second question then.
Okay.
Why did you come in here? It's not exactly what you'd call safe on a good day.
I sort of try to puff my chest up. I go, "We don't owe you any answers." And I'm like kind of in like a superhero pose.
Anna is so proud in this moment. Jen is not. Anna, so proud.
Okay.
Some of us didn't want to come in here, but we're here now.
I can empathize with that. Didn't want to be in this bloody universe.
Can I ask who you are?
You can call me Angel.
And if I need to prepare to fight you?
I don't intend to fight y'all.
Good, same.
Wait, did you just say your name is Angel?
That's what you can call me.
That's very funny because you see, actually, I don't have to tell you anything.
You can tell her.
We have a friend who goes by the name Angel because it's you'll know when you meet them. It's very funny.
The enthusiastic one is Declan. My name is Jen. It's nice to meet you.
Right, yeah, alright. If it gets confusing for you with the two angels on whatever you said his name was.
Well, you have to really hit the gel, like the separate sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Symbolism.
Syllable.
Syllable. You have to hit the second one kind of hard. Like you have to hit them separately to. It'll be fine.
Right. What I was trying to say is, if it gets confusing for you at all, my last name is Day, you can call me that. Just not Miss Day, please. Just Day or Angel.
Okay.
Well... Feck. Alright.
Well, we've got like something that we are trying to do, so.
You mind if I ask what that is?
Just sort of scoot to the side. I look at you like, should I say?
Jen's just gonna, like, motion to just...
Well, and, like, I just don't want to monopolize all the conversation. Like, if you also
quite frankly,
want
I am not in the mood for conversation in any way, shape, or form after what just happened, so go off.
Yeah, no dice rolls needed. The beefy one is angry.
Sorry. No, we just got separated from friends of ours, so we're just going to try to figure out where they are and get back together with them. Wait, you're not, like, evil, are you?
She hasn't tried to kill us yet, so we'll chalk that up to not super.
Well, we haven't given her time to monologue yet, so who knows?
It depends on your opinion, I suppose. I don't tend to try to do evil, though, no.
Okay. Well, it's a weird firehouse over here.
Yeah, it is the Y12 fire station, and you'll know that you are looking for the Y12 National Security Complex.
So it's safe to assume if we're by the Y12 fire station, we are close enough to, at least in the vicinity of the lab we are attempting to go to?
Yes, and you can also see, just like looking at the sky and the space around you, you were close to the point at which reality started to break. You know how, like, when glass breaks, there's like that center point and then the cracked spiderweb out?
Yeah.
Also, the two of you, you've been looking up at the sky and, like, watching this enough to be able to tell you are close to the epicenter. Angel, you have also been here long enough, you know you're close. I think you've been trying to...
I'm pretty sure I know this version of Oak Ridge like the back of my hand at this point.
You do, and I think you've also been trying to get to the epicenter, but reality keeps shifting, so even though you're able to portal, you just can't, like, quite get there. You just kind of keep, like, getting closer and trying to figure out the timing, and this is the closest you've ever been.
You can come if you want, but if you're gonna get in our way, I'd prefer you not. And then I'm gonna head into the fire station to just try and figure out, one, if there's a map inside, because sometimes there is in fire stations, and two, trying to find some more helpful shit.
Where are you trying to get to?
As she's, like, walking. The lab!
Yeah, there's a lab, there's a guy.
I'm well familiar with the lab.
Oh.
A similar lab, I suppose, technically.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, sorry, she's really mad at me.
You don't say.
We all have a lot of different sort of reasons for wanting to be here, but yeah, the lab is important to trying to fix all this, so...
You don't say.
So I'm gonna go make sure that... And I point towards Jen, and I go, yeah. Okay.
Angel's basically silently sticking with them because now that she knows they're here, she'd feel guilty if anything happened to these rugrats.
Yeah, you watch it as Declan sort of floats after Jen.
You've been here long enough to know this world does have aliens. There's weird things in this reality, so it's not completely unknown to you. However comfortable you are with it is up to you, though.
I dealt with the Fae in my original world. I'm fine with aliens.
Yeah.
It's not that much weirder.
Yeah, and a fallen angel. You had all kinds of interesting things.
To be fair, he's made of a bunch of little robots. So, like, is he an alien? He's probably just a bunch of little robots.
I'm bio-mechanized. It's, you know, I'll mix up both, I guess.
16 robot cockroaches in a little tiny trench coat.
I am not 16. They're far more sophisticated than that. Try in, like, the billion.
That's true.
And also, it's in a windbreaker, not a trench coat.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Melissa's 15. Melissa's fingers have grown back.
Did you say that Annabelle showed up? Did I miss that?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you could...
I said Casey can have her character show up.
And I'm about to. Jin, right as you are going to open the door to the firehouse, you are confronted with the most homeless-ass looking person you have maybe ever seen in your life.
Oh, okay.
I have a new character, guys.
Casey had an idea and I was like, sure, let's go.
Okay.
She is disheveled, dirty. Her hair is probably brown, but it's hard to tell because it is laying in matted clumps She has glasses, but they are cracked and crooked. She is not looking through them, and she is not really looking at you, she is looking through you. She is wearing what was probably once a white t-shirt, a jean jacket that is missing half of a sleeve, jeans that have seen better days, and one Doc Marten.
So here's the thing. Jen, not angry or insecure, would totally be like, oh my god, are you okay? Do you need help? Jen, angry and insecure, will physically step over you and then turn to Declan, who she assumes is behind.
Oh no, she threw the door open in your face and is, like, in your face now.
Can I help you?
Finally. Where have you been? I've been waiting forever. You, Stranger 1, Stranger 2, come on.
Angel, you recognize this voice.
Who's Stranger
Cass?
2?
Yes, it is Cass.
It's this universe's Cass.
Am I Stranger 2?
Alright.
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Does that mean I'm not a stranger then?
To me, but not to me. Come on, we're wasting time. Where are the other two?
I don't know. You're being very pushy and rude. Okay. They're somewhere. We're trying to find them. We figured the fire station would be the place to be.
You're not wrong.
What do you remember about where they were at then?
It's like by a graveyard.
Outside of a church.
No. No, we don't have time for that!
Okay.
Don't take it personally, kiddos.
Would anyone like to roll something? There's a roll to pierce the mask. We're trying to figure out what?
I suppose. Let's go for it. It's mundane, which mine is bad. Hey, that wasn't too bad. That's a 9 plus 0 for a 9.
Excellent. You get to ask one.
Okay, so you're yelling a lot about there's no time, but you haven't mentioned what. Why don't you just say that? As what do you want me to do?
You're here to help, right? So let's go help. Joshua is waiting. Come on.
Oh, okay, well, she yelled at me, so now I'm definitely going to go do that. Alright, let's go.
I'd also like to roll to pierce the mask and see if this is a trap, because it feels like one.
Go for
It's
it.
okay, my mundane is also Garbo. I leveled up. I got an advancement.
Yeah!
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like not a trap to me, but I also don't like being yelled at, especially right now.
You can feel your friend in your head saying, don't trust her. Whatever she wants to do will ruin everything.
Well, then I definitely don't trust her.
Don't trust her. Angel, if you would like to roll as well.
I'll try. My mundane is my mundane is terrible.
So we're all really good at mundane.
7 minus 1, that is a 6. But I'm familiar with Cass.
She's completely off her rocker. She doesn't know what she's talking about. This Cass has gone completely mad.
But if she's talking about helping Josh, have I had contact with Joshua? We haven't talked much about what I've been doing for the last few years.
I think you have.
Yeah, I know we talked about, where was it? That I was trying to help Joshua find a way to fix it.
Yeah, when you popped into this reality, you ended up getting in contact with Multae pretty quickly, and Joshua's part of Multae, so you're aware of him. But I think like you've been in the city since it fell, and then somehow you heard that he had figured out something. He had figured out a way to fix it, but he needed help, so you've been trying to get to the lab, but you only found that out recently, and I don't think you've talked to him in a while.
Okay. So, I mean, she might have lost it, but a broken clock is still right every once in a while. I mean, it depends on how it's broken. If your hands are moving out of sync with the time, that's a far less chance than twice a day they're correct.
True.
Jen's gonna turn. So it looks like you two know each other, and unless explanation is going to happen in the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna keep walking, and I don't really care what happens.
You're not gonna like what
I don't like a lot of things that a lot of people like to say right now, so go for it.
Yeah, I got that. I know a version of her. I've never met this one personally.
Okay. This one is more or less intact than the one that you know.
Define intact.
Mentally.
That's a very nuanced question you ask there.
She's dead.
Yeah. So... Well, the cast in my reality, my world, died. So I'd say she's rather more intact.
And you believe we should trust the one who just screamed at us in this world?
Well, you've done nothing but scream at me since I met you. So she's not far off. However, I'm familiar with Joshua, and I've been trying to get to him myself. Because he's supposedly got a way to fix all this mess.
I will say to Karis, I think this is the first time you've met someone who's mentioned being from another reality aside from yourself.
Let's put away. Right now, there's a lot of tension
There's a lot going
this is not a good spot that Declan is enjoying any of this. He goes, well, why don't you confer with your old friend for a moment, and we can, me and Jenny will have a quick conversation, and then we'll get to it.
Sure. That's fine.
Okay.
What's Cass been doing while this conversation's going on?
I would like to mark a doom.
Okay.
Dark vision.
Okay. What are you trying to see?
I'm trying to see the route back to Joshua. How to get there and not get teleported away again.
What does it look like from the outside as you start to have this vision? What does Angel see as she turns to talk to you?
Cass is still standing, but her eyes have rolled completely back into her head. So all you can see is white. And she's even more vacant than she was, obviously. And that was already pretty cracked, so.
That's not disconcerting at all.
Yeah. When you can see the future across multiple realities and you're in the town when reality fractures, it's not great.
That's why Angel's not questioning it at all.
And Cass was always kind of like this.
True. Cass, as you fall into this vision, which I think it's such a smooth transition for you that, like, I don't know if you can tell anymore if you have what's a vision and what's real. But you see yourself walking with these three down the street towards the lab. And between the four of you, you're able to get there. You're able to go in through the doors and go through a series of hallways and tunnels until you find Joshua. And in your vision, he looks up and says, "Oh good, you're here. There's not much time left. We need to do this now." And then you come back and you're standing in the fire station surrounded by these three people with a very confused Angel staring at you, looking rather concerned. And you realize you are not actually there, but you know you are running out of time. And what question do you want to ask? You get to ask one question and I'll answer it truthfully.
Give me a second. I didn't think about a question. I'm sorry.
I feel like Angel isn't so much looking confused as, like, she stepped seeing her eyes, Cass's eyes roll back. She definitely, like, stepped closer and was, like, ready to catch her should she collapse. So it's more concern than confusion.
So I'll say, Casey, while you think about what question you want to ask, the camera will pan over to Takaris and Regen as you're having your little conference about what do we do with this.
I think Jen is busy looking through the fire station for anything that she would deem helpful first, and then if Declan is talking at her.
Okay, so what do you think that we should what do you think we should do?
I don't know. When have I ever known anything?
I don't know.
Thanks.
I just like it. Like, if we don't feel safe with these strangers, then we should probably try to lose them.
We're down 2 people. I don't know if we can do this just us. We kind of got our ass kicked a couple of times already, with all 4 of us. I don't like them. To be fair, I don't like you right now, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Do you really not like me, or are you just angry with me?
She's gonna, stop rummaging. I'm just mad at you. Really, really mad at you.
Jenny, it's not that I don't think you're capable or that you can't defend yourself. That's not the case. You didn't want to come here. And then you did, because you're a really good friend. And because I asked you. And it's just, since you were doing this for me, I've just been wanting to try and keep you out of as little danger as possible. If I could. Because you didn't want to come here. So when I've tried to keep you from having to go into somewhere scary or something, it's not that I don't think that you can do it. Because you can. You're strong and you're brave and you can be very intense, but in a good way that I think most of the people that would try to hurt you would be afraid of, which is good. Because you're the best person I know. And it's not that I don't think that you can do it, because you can. I just didn't want you to have to be in danger if I could help it. But I've been picking these up, and he's not been secretly doing it, but I do have a note here that I was doing it last session, that I was picking up flowers and making a little flower crown. It's not much of an apology. And I sort of float up and I try to set it on your head.
That's precious. Roll to comfort and support.
With one of my moves, the best of them, I can roll that with Freak. So I will be doing so.
Cool. I also just picked up Mary Contrary, so I get to roll against you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
when someone tries to pierce your mask, comfort or support you, or provoke you, you can interfere. Roll plus superior.
Well, shit. Okay.
That's okay. My superior is a -1. It's fine. This will be a totally cute moment, and I'm gonna roll garbage.
How did I just do that?
2 6s.
No, not 2 6s. I did get a 9 -1, so I got an 8. So on a hit, they take -2 to their roll.
I got an 8 plus 2 for a 10. So.
Okay, so you're at an 8 because you're -2.
Oh, does it 2 my thing? Well, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, wait. Because I also have influence over you, so that would make that a 9 then total.
Excellent. On a hit, they hear you, they mark potential or clear a condition.
I'd like to clear insecure. I think that's fitting. I think angry is still there, but insecure is gone.
Yeah, because they're right. You can do this. Especially with your friend's help.
Okay, listen. We didn't need to bring him into this very cute moment. Thank you very much.
You did a thing and you let me do a thing, and you think I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not. I'm going to have fun with the opportunity you gave me.
I think she has a flashlight or something in her hand. And there's just a moment where the same really sad, really scared Jen that was on the bus, or even the Jen you probably knew before shit really hit the fan, is back. And I think she's just gonna she would cry into your shoulder, but seeing as the height difference.
Well, I said I floated up to put the thing on you, so in theory I'm at your height.
I think she's just gonna take her head and thunk it against your chest and just stand there really quiet for a couple minutes.
I have my question.
Oh. So this is happening. Yeah, what's your question?
If I can only bring the 3 of them, will the plan still succeed?
With what you can see, yes. There are countless variables that you can't even begin to account for. But if you can get these 3 to Joshua, there is a chance that at least that first step will succeed. You'll get the dominoes falling.
So, Angel, you see Cass sort of and come back, and there is a spark of clarity where she is looking at you, and she grabs your wrist, and she says, "We need to go now."
All right.
And then it's gone, and she's dragging you.
Thing 1, thing 2, come along, please.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I'm usually pretty pleasant, but we've been holding our own out here for quite a while. So I would honestly really appreciate some goddamn respect.
I'll be honest, I've forgotten your names already.
I don't think we ever gave you our names, did we?
I did.
Oh, dang! Yes, we did. Okay, let's do this.
Let me warn you, don't grow older. Your memory starts going to shite. She's like 30.
Declan swearing is my
Great.
favorite thing.
It's pretty great. When you get the Sunshine characters,
Get off my back!
We're doing something here.
And it's very cute. But we kind of aren't on time crunch here. Before the world shatters completely.
Okay.
Jen under her
Oh.
breath is like, maybe the world shattering wouldn't be such a bad idea. And she, makes her way.
I give you a look, Jen, when you say that, and I, where there is, 1,000-yard stare in my eyes, and just shake my head at you. No, it would not be.
you could still remember the panic when your world started to fall apart. You could still feel it, you can still hear the panic echoing through the streets as your people didn't know what to do.
Okay, let's go.
I hope Angel didn't hear that because Angel sacrificed herself to keep her world from being destroyed. Deck a teenager before we're done.
Do it. She regenerates. She had a pew thrown at the back of her head last episode. She'd be fine.
Yeah, but it'd make me feel better.
That's fair.
Roll mundane to see if you heard that, Angel.
It's another 7 minus 1 for a 6.
You heard nothing. You are too focused on not tripping over your own feet as this Cass is dragging you out onto the street and down the road towards... It's hard to describe as you get closer what this sky looks like. It doesn't make sense, but there's part of you that knows this is what it looks like when reality starts to fracture. It starts to crack. Cass, there's just too much. There's just too much for it to all keep together, and it's going to break soon, but there's one chance. There's a possibility. But you need to get someone there to get that ball rolling. Before the thing that you've seen comes true.
Angel Day, did you have the Avengers in your world?
Ha! No. Unless you count the movies.
Yes. That's
All right.
the one.
Then yes.
Picture Doctor Strange.
Yeah, right.
That's the situation. One chance, one hope. Now. Possibility. Probability. We can't lose the other two.
Right, no time for hesitation then.
So the 4 of you set out onto the street, walking towards the lab. Doing anything to prepare? Talking about anything? I'll say you all heard what Cass was saying to Angel whether parts of that definitely wouldn't have made sense, but I think you could context clue some of it. Because those movies don't exist in this reality, unfortunately.
They sound like good films.
They were alright. They started going downhill right fast.
Oh.
Sometimes they're excellent, sometimes they're terrible. It depends.
Sometimes things like that, they meet, I guess, an end game, and then they sort of go downhill.
The movies were still better than the TV series.
Oh, they make TV as well?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Alright, so to boil down what she said, we can't really hesitate. We got one shot at this, basically.
Well, we assumed so. We just didn't really have any idea of where to, go. Aside from... And we keep getting... we've been trying to get to this lab for a while now. We keep getting sidetracked. We turned on the power for the whole city again. That was the whole thing.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah. So, we've been doing our best. It's just we keep getting kind of sidetracked.
Emotional.
Thank you for listening to Season 3 of Tempus Multae. If you like what we're doing, please feel free to go support us on Patreon at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial, or give us a follow on social media at pseudonymsocial. This season, we have Lex Olden as Medina, Sanctum Cosplays as Regen, Taylor Tuttle as Dakaris, and Casey Glover as Annabelle Joyce.